Welcome to the Parenting on the Spectrum show with board-certified behavior analyst and infant-toddler development specialist, Theresa Alexander-Inman. Parenting on the Spectrum dives into real stories, challenges, and triumphs, offering invaluable insights and support for families on your unique journey. Let's get into the episode.
Welcome, welcome. Today, my guest is Ms. Katelyn Deville. She is the founder of the home-based method, and she is going to tell you all about what that is. Ms. Katelyn, welcome.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
Happy to have you, because you support parents in a unique way. So tell us, what is the home-based method?
So the home-based method is the method that I created to help families launch their homeschools. And the cool thing about home-based method is it's one-to-one. You get me directly, my 10 years of education experience working with so many diverse families, literally families from all over the world, and my master's degree in education. And we take that and we look at your family and your unique situation and craft an education for your child with the parent at the center. You don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to have ever been in a classroom. You have been teaching your child their whole life. And it doesn't matter if your child has special needs or if you want to go full-time RVing or traveling, or if you have 10 kids or one kid, if you're prepping for college, or whatever your need is. We sit down and I meet with you and we talk about what are your needs, what are your concerns, what are your kids like, what do they like to do, and then we make an education plan that fits the family's routine and fits the family's needs, and it's just a really solid approach because it's crafted specifically for the family.
Wow, that's awesome. I know some families who are homeschooling and pretty much winging it because they don't have that background and that foundation. So you helping them provide that and craft something that is meaningful in so many ways, just not, it's not just like book education, it's life, right? Like it's life schooling, world schooling that you're basically assisting with. Because like you said, if they're traveling, no matter what the situation is, there is a solution for that will help fit their unique situation. So super awesome. Yeah. How did what brought you to that space?
So I actually am a homeschool grad myself. But I didn't start homeschooling till I was in high school. So I had a health issue. And when I was a teenager, really my whole life, I have a well-managed heart condition. But when I was a teenager, it was less well-managed and I was just exhausted all the time. But I didn't want to give up all of my extracurriculars. Like my social life was not at school. And a lot of people, when I talk to parents, they're like, what about socialization? Like they're terrified of that. My social structure was not at school. I was in a local theater. I sang at church and I was doing all of these things, but I was just so exhausted all the time. And my health just could not keep up. So I went to my parents. I was like, hey, can I just take my GED and just like be done with this? And they were like, absolutely not. I was like, okay, fair. I get that. But what about homeschool? And so my parents was like, that actually could work. So we came up with a plan. But there wasn't a lot of information back then. Like you just kind of were winging it. You didn't have a choice. And I actually missed out on our state scholarship because we didn't register correctly because we just were winging it. And so of course, that didn't, completely derail my life or anything. Like, I went on to college, I graduated, I got a master's in education, I started teaching. And when I started teaching, like, I realized, like, I didn't fit, like, the traditional, like, mold. Like, I wanted to teach, like, I wanted to lesson plan. I didn't want you to hand me a script. And, like, the second I started, like, they were like, here's this, do it. I was like, no, thank you. So I did that for 2 years, and then I went and I started in ESL. Well, ESL didn't have a set curriculum. We got to meet kids where they were and then teach them. And it was beautiful, but then I realized, like, I very much had something in common with families that don't fit the traditional school mold. That I didn't fit the traditional public school mold, and I was looking at others who didn't either, but they didn't really know what to do. They walk away from the school with a packet of papers, like, and it's just like, that's it. Just like, good luck. Here's your packet of papers. Bye. But like, there had to be a better way. Like, parents, you've been teaching your kids your whole life. Like, when I talk to parents, they're terrified because, like, I don't have what I need. All you need are some resources, which that's what I do. I hook you up with the right resources and then show you how to make those resources work in your family, because nothing is one size fits all, even though it all works that way. It's not going to fit everything. So you get to borrow my education brain, and we work with your skill set, which is, your kid better than anyone. You know what they need. You've already been teaching them. You taught them how to walk, how to talk, potty train. Like, you've got this. And you just need a planning partner. And, like, hi, that's me.
Awesome. Excuse me. Yeah. That issue with socialization, like you said, it doesn't happen in schools. Recess is pretty much gone. And when it is, it's like 20 minutes once a day. And that's not enough time to build relationships, and children can't speak to each other. Speaking to each other in class is discouraged. Speaking to each other in the cafeteria is discouraged in the schools that I've experienced, because it gets too loud. So there's a lot of, it's not what it used to be, right? Because when I went to school, we had 3 recesses: morning recess, lunch recess, and afternoon recess, and which really helped us, focus better, because sitting in a chair all day it doesn't work for me at all. So I'm glad that you've come up with this, that you used your experience to develop something that will help parents, as you said, who don't fit the traditional mold, and parents who have the ability to homeschool, because not every parent, every dynamic is different. So having alternatives is a blessing. Yeah. So go through your system. So you meet with the parents, and you, like, first of all, how do they find you? Like, how do parents know that they need you?
So first is to figure out, do you want to homeschool? If you've noticed something is off in your public school situation or your private school situation, oftentimes it's just a feeling. Like, it's not really like a red flag, or like your kid might not be coming home crying. You're just like, something's off. It's okay to sit with that. Like, parents notice things before anyone. Usually it's one parent that notices and then tells the other, and then the other parent starts to pick up on it too. And then you might start to think, is homeschool right for you? Now, if you're not sure, you can go to my website, homebasedmethod.com, and you can book a free call with me. We'll talk about, is it right for you? Soon I've got coming out a framework masterclass that's going to walk you through, like, exactly how to decide if it's right for you. But basically, if something's off and you want to, then it's probably for you. It doesn't have to be forever. But like, it could be really, really great launching pad for your family like it was for me. So we sit down, we talk. Once you've decided if it's right for you, or even before then, like we can have a conversation and you'll walk away with, oh yeah, I do think I want to do this. Then once you decided that homeschooling is right for you, we look at educational history, like what needs does your family have? What routines work well for you? I'm a morning person all day, but like if you want to sleep in, if your family wants to sleep in and you'll have lunch and then start school, like we will work with your schedule. Do you have a child with special needs that's already doing therapies? Like, I know for some families, like if you're already in therapies, like let's not take those things away. Let's build the system around what is already working. Then we look at like what kind of life do you live? Do you want to travel? Like a lot of people choose homeschool so that they can basically world school. They can go around, and we're not going to study history from a book. We're going to go like walk it. And so we just take what makes your family unique, what drives you, what is your family's goals, and then we fit it around that. A lot of people are worried about college, like is homeschooling going to set them up for college? Absolutely it can, because as someone who has taught kids who have gone on to college and who has homeschooled and then gone on to college myself, like you're way more set up for that. So like if you're starting in high school, if you're starting in middle school, if you're starting at elementary, I've worked with all of those ages. So like we will get like what matters most at that stage. Have 10 kids and you want all of them to homeschool, that's fine. We will work to get a routine and a schedule where you can school without losing your mind. Like that is our goal. And then from there we we get your curriculum, your resources in place, and then then the magic really happens. And you start homeschooling, and then you have unlimited access through Voxer to me. And like, if a lesson doesn't go well, you can hop on there and be like, hey, Katelyn, like this didn't go well. What can we do? Or like, it's just been a rough day. And so like, I will sit with you and I will walk you through, because when you're a teacher, you have a teacher best friend. Like it is a well-known thing. You have a teacher best friend. Homeschool moms need that too. Like you need a teacher best friend. And like I get to be that for you. I get to walk you through that. And then we can plug you into your local homeschool community or an online homeschool community. Like we will connect you to your teacher besties. Like, that way you're supported, your kids are having a great time, you don't feel like your hair is on fire, and like everything's coming along, and like you're going to look back and watch it, like all of these experiences that your kid was able to have because they homeschooled. Like me, I got to work like the day shift in a grocery store when I was 17 because I was homeschooled. Like I didn't have to, I did my schoolwork around my work schedule. Like I got to have like a job, and like I got to like work everything around that because of homeschool. Like it provided me a lot of real world experiences at the right time, like while I was still at home in a safe space.
Wow, that's beautiful. And you have then, do you use like different curriculums, or is there a set curriculum that you use, for your homeschool projects?
Okay, great question. So I do vet curriculum for you. I don't have one that like one size fits all, because you might want a Christian curriculum, you might want a secular curriculum, you might need a curriculum that like there are curriculums for students with who are nonverbal with autism. Like there's a curriculum for you. What I do with that is I get your needs, I get your rents, and then we craft that together within your budget, within your needs. A lot of people are terrified of math. So like if you're scared of math, we're going to get you a curriculum that doesn't need to be, that doesn't like require you to be a mathematician. I get it. I am not a mathematician. Words are my thing. Yeah, you do. A lot of moms are terrified of math because like math has also changed the way we teach it. So like there's a curriculum out there for you. So what I do is I just help you connect those dots of like, okay, this curriculum is going to do this and this is going to do this and this is what you want. Also, like there are a lot of free curriculums, like a lot. So if budget's a concern, if you want like a whole like plug and play system, like we'll do that. Like we'll get that. But then curriculums, they are just a tool. Like they do not teach kids. People teach kids. And people do not teach curriculum. We teach children. We don't teach curriculum. So I show you how to use that tool to work for you. Like my husband built an entire shelf system in our daughter's bedroom, literally drew up the plans. She said, okay, here's some pictures. I kind of want it to look like this. Literally drew up the plans, did the dimensions, all of that. If you asked me to do that, I'm pretty sure someone would come away missing a finger. Like it's just about how you use the tools. Like there's nothing wrong with, he's got quality tools, but put them in my hands, you're getting an entirely different result than if he uses them. Same thing with a skillet and a chopping board. Like you give that to me, like you can get a gourmet meal, but like if you can't boil water, you're probably not going to get the same result. So like I show you how to use those tools well and to troubleshoot those tools so you can feel confident if you do purchase a curriculum, like your money's not going to be wasted because we're going to make it work for you and for your family.
Oh my goodness. So you really take the stress out of homeschooling, excuse me, because it's tailored to each family. Because we know like cookie cutter does not work because everybody is different. You've met one child, you've met one child. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so the fact that you tailor it and you hold parents' hands through it, that honestly excites me. It literally gives me goosebumps. I have like goosebumps right now thinking how exciting that is, for the parent who's listening right now thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was possible. I've wanted to homeschool and now I know I can. Now I know that there is support to guide me through this because I mean, honestly, I knew there were a lot of curriculums, but then you're talking about, it's insurmountable almost the amount of curriculum there is. And for a parent to try to navigate that would be overwhelming. So I see how you've taken the overwhelm out of it and the stress to make it something that can be enjoyable because I believe learning should be enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow. So now that, okay, so we have our curriculum and we can get hold of you on Voxer. Like, do you give like I'll respond to you within a certain amount of time because, you may have 10 parents calling you at once. I just want parents to know like, okay, because again, when I need help, I want it now. And I'm one of those people and I get that you have like, 100 other people. However, but me.
That's why Voxer is so great because like you get your own individual channel, but within 24 hours. But generally, like I check it about twice a day. So within 24 hours, usually sooner, you'll get that. So a lot of times it's going to happen before that next lesson. And if I have to be away from it, then I'll let everybody know that. So that you can, I even check it on weekends so that like if you're planning your week coming up and you're, you look at the page and it just, even though it's written in English, it doesn't look like it. hop on Voxer. We'll talk through it. So you've got that access right there during the 90-day program, and then when your 90 days are completed, you still have the option to work with me past then, so you can still have that Voxer access if you want to continue our work together that way.
Awesome. So you offer the 90 days so that they can build that foundation, right? So that they know where to go from there. It's their little foundation, and then they can springboard. And then, like you said, they have the option. That is awesome, because not every parent wants to be tied to somebody else, indefinitely. And
Sure.
others who are like, listen, can I have you for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
So it's awesome that you provide that option. And I believe, and I guess you've chosen 90 days because it's where you found the sweet spot, right? So I think that's super genius. Thank you, Katelyn, for your heart and your dedication to families in an area that is so dark sometimes to navigate. And when I say dark, people don't know what they don't know, right? So trying to navigate something that you don't know it can be a challenge and discouraging. And then when parents are discouraged, children feel that discouragement. So empowering parents in the way that you do just uplifts everyone. Awesome. Anything else you'd like to share with our audience?
You can find me at homebasedmethod.com. Hop on a free call with me. We'll talk about your situation. And even if we're not a good fit to work together, you're still going to walk away with a lot of value and with your next step of where to go on your homeschool journey. Or even if homeschool isn't a fit, you'll walk away with that confidence. So come talk to me. I would love to be your teacher partner.
Awesome. And how long is that call?
It's about 30 minutes.
Okay. Nice.
We hop in and dive in fast.
Nice. Are there any, I'm just going to go on the other side for a moment. So if a parent is not thrilled with the service that you provide, or have there been any parents who haven't been thrilled? Let me just ask that first.
No, not yet.
Okay, don't say yet. Don't do that to yourself.
Okay, no, of course not.
Then when you say yet, you invite things. No, every parent that you've worked with have been pleased and I believe, and the reason I wanted to ask that, because it sounds like your vetting process makes sure that you are a good fit for them. So
Yes.
I just wanted to throw that out there because that is so important. And if as you continue, you won't have any of those. So
yes, I like that.
Yeah, never yet anything negative. If it's positive, you can yet it all you want.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. So that is, like I said, I just think that is so comforting. And I just heard a parent out there somewhere just take a deep breath and a sigh of relief, thinking, okay, when I get in with Katelyn, she gets me because she's going to be that person. Like, because again, people who it's not for, they're not going to get that far. But for the people who you serve, the people who you are there for, it's been a pleasant experience, it sounds like.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna show up, you're gonna show up. Like we that's the beauty of one-to-one. Is like if something's not working, then we'll pivot together, so that it is working. Like we're going to make this experience work for your situation, and we're going to do it in a super calm way where you're going to be able to just like breathe through it so the overwhelm doesn't overtake you, because teaching is a lot. It can be a lot. But when you have like a place to land, it's really rewarding. And so I create that place to land with you.
Awesome. Because again, every child is different. So you may recommend something and the parent is like, well, that doesn't quite work for us, right? Even though you've done all the due diligence before that, when you're actually in that position, and I can say that because I've worked with families and it's like, I thought maybe, but then when you actually get into it, it's not quite a fit, like that recommendation. So it's really important that we come back and say, okay, let's tweak it in these ways. And how does that land for you? How does that feel? Because parents, like you said, they know their children better than anybody else. And I always tell them to trust their gut. It is their guidance for
Absolutely.
their child. So if it doesn't sit right with your gut, don't do it. It doesn't matter how awesome you
Hmm.
think I am. You know, it's not about my feelings, right? And
Right.
I'm saying that because I know you feel the same way, right? It's not about our feelings. It's about what works for you. And don't, because there's some parents, well, I didn't, I said, just, you have to just tell me because I don't know what I don't know. And if you're
Right.
not vulnerable enough to share it with me, then it's not going to be the experience that we would have liked it to be.
Exactly.
So awesome. Well, Katelyn, it has been awesome chatting with you. If there's one thing that you'd like parents to leave this moment with, what would that be?
I want you to begin to just notice what lights your child up. That is probably the number one way you figure out how they learn. So notice what lights them up. And like then watch what happens when you engage with that thing that lights them up. And that's what teaching is. So like that it's a lot of fun, and you'll realize you do in fact got this.
Oh my goodness. That alone, that is gold. Thank you. Because when we work in that realm, magic happens.
Hmm.
Yeah, so, well, Caitlin, thanks again. It's been so awesome chatting with you. Our time has
Thank
just like flown
you.
by. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I hope you've shared all the things that you would like to share with families today. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So reach out to Caitlin, home-based method. Get there, get online, and get the help because you don't have to do it alone. Okay, and we will see you same place, same time next week. Thank you so much for watching.